quite a big pot. Let's race it for all the money.
Run it twice?
The pot is almost $1 million.
And now the turn card is a jack of clubs. That does not hit Bonomo.
Roland dodges the turn, and now he's a 2-to-1 favorite to survive here.
Justin Bonomo still looking to make his hand and knock out Roland DeWolf.
Bonomo needs an ace, 9, or spade to eliminate DeWolf.
And now the river card is a spade! Bonomo hits his flush on the river and eliminates Roland DeWolf in 4th place.
Really well. You played very well.
DeWolf takes home over $117,000.
Roland did play quite well, but he falls short of his bracelet bid.
Take it down there.
DeWolf very entertaining, gave everyone here a good game.
Roland DeWolf.
Bonomo can breathe again. He dodged what would have been a devastating blow.
Skill game.
And he's once again our chip leader. Back inside the Rio, there is the bracelet they all covet. Justin Bonomo currently has the chip lead and only 2 players away from capturing his first career World Series bracelet. But then so too are Eric Lindgren and Andrew Roble. Our chip leader, Justin Bonomo, is just 22 years old, but he believes he has the experience to match up with the best in the game.
I started playing poker when I was in high school. I probably played about 3 or 4 million hands. I was literally playing over 1,000 hands an hour. Doyle Brunson's, in his 70s. I played probably about 5 times as many hands as he has. I'd be surprised if Doyle's played over 1 million hands. The more you play, the more you learn. And, even though I've only been playing for 5 years, I really have 100 years worth of experience. Poker's all about a combination of experience and learning the game. I'm kind of a math geek, too. I'll just do problems in my spare time that I think can apply to poker situations. My goal has always been to be a hybrid of the field players and the math players. I think there's a lot that goes into being an elite player, and, I'm not going to put myself in that category yet, but I do think I'm one of the best tournament players out there right now.
Bonomo says by the time he was in 6th grade, he knew the 9-to-5 lifestyle wasn't for him. He went to Maryland one semester. I went there 5.5 years. I think he got the better deal.
All right, we're back to the limit round. Andrew Roble looks at Jack 10 offsuit. He's going to raise it up to $60,000. Eric Lindgren, who has been his nemesis in the limit rounds with pocket 8s.
Raise.
Re-raise.
And a re-raise to $90,000. Justin Bonomo, quick peek at Queen 7 of spades. Will call from the big blind. The re-raise back to Roble now, needs $30,000 to call, and he does.
Lindgren would have preferred heads up with a middle pair, but he'll have to go ahead 3-handed to the flop.
And the flop is 4 ace-5 rainbow. Lindgren's 8s are still good. Eric first to act. Bets $30,000.
Eric figuring the ace didn't hit either of his opponents.
Bonomo comes along queen high, and Roble decides not to incur any potential post-flop limit trauma. 7 of diamonds on the turn. Bonomo with a pair of 7s, but he still trails.
Eric's now picked up a gut shot with his 8s.
Lindgren checked. Bonomo, $60,000.
I think Bonomo was going to take a shot at this pot, even if he didn't pair a hole card.
Lindgren comes along with the call.
And Lindgren's been in a zone in the limit portion of this event. His reads have been true.
River card now is a queen, and Bonomo gets the check mark with queens up.
Boy, Justin's catching cards. Remember, he made trip 4s against DeWolf on the river, and now his 2-pair trump Lindgren.
Lindgren checked. Bonomo goes for 60. And Eric pauses.
Well, Eric knows Justin is aggressive and could be making a play on him right now.
Lindgren giving this a lot of thought.
That's a good young poker face. Will Eric Lindgren pay off Justin here?
Lindgren gives it up. Nice fold. good enough to be our planner's good instinct moment. Eric led all the way, but somehow realized he was finally beat on the river by Justin.
Player of the Year.
2004 was a banner year for women at the World Series as a record 3 bracelets were won by 3 of the game's greats, Kathy Liebert, Annie Duke, and Cindy Violette.
Finally.
But it wasn't until last year that another woman, Katja Thader, would capture a title. This year it was a party atmosphere as Vanessa Selps tried to make it back-to-back for the ladies. Backed by her boisterous supporters, Vanessa proved victorious, becoming just the 19th woman to ever win a bracelet. So as we check out our race for the Player of the Year, you see Vanessa Selps making the leaderboard in the wake of her bracelet win, and the 5 names highlighted are first-time bracelet winners, earning points toward the 2008 Player of the Year. There's always a lot of tournaments happening here in the Rio Poker Room, and there is 2007 Player of the Year, Tom Schneider.
I knew him when he had a full head of hair.
Also in the field is 2006 Player of the Year, Jeff Madsen, who won his first 2 career bracelets en route to winning that award.
Yeah, I get to look at myself.
Jeff referring to the wall here in the poker room, which honors Players of the Year. You know, Lon, the only picture I have of myself is my driver's license, and even though I had it touched up, I hate to look at it.
Of course, one of the bracelets that Madsen won in 2006 came at the expense of Eric Lindgren. Lindgren had the chip lead heads up against Madsen, but could not close the deal and finished a disappointing second. 3 players left, still in the limit round. Roble with 9-8 offsuit.
Roble's 21. He has a manager and a full-time personal assistant.
He raises to 60,000. Lindgren on his left with pocket jacks. Makes a raise to 90,000. Bonomo, ace-queen suited.
Raise.
Pops it again. It's going to make it 120,000.
He's an animal. Dangerous animal.
Back to Roble now.
As his legal guardian, I insist that he fold this one.
Getting short on chips, Roble decides not to incur any more pre-flop limit trauma. He does fold.
Is that an incurable medical condition?
The flop is 6-5-4. Lindgren's jacks enjoy almost a 3-to-1 advantage. Lindgren bets 30,000.
Eric thinks that's a safe flop to bet. He's right.
Bonomo, though, does come along with the call. Turn card now is a king. No help to Bonomo. Lindgren checks his jacks. Lets Bonomo bet, and he does.
Yeah, if you show the slightest hesitation, Bonomo pounces. These youngins are tough to tangle with, Lon.
Lindgren will call.
The wily 31-year-old veteran's not going anywhere.
River card now. 10 of spades, no help. Lindgren gets the check mark with his pocket jacks. Lindgren checks, Bonomo bets.
Bonomo's still aggressive. Eric would be getting 9-1 on a call here.
And he does call.
He makes the tough call.
Bonomo says, is ace-queen good? No, it's not. Eric Lindgren takes another limit pot.
Eric's had great instincts tonight. And you know, he cut his teeth on limit poker, and he's in his element. Still no bracelet, though, my man.
He is one of the final 3, though, looking for their first World Series bracelet. 55 bracelets to be handed out this year. Most of them in recent years are given to first-time champions, and it will happen again shortly. Either Justin Bonomo, Eric Lindgren, or Andrew Roble will score a breakthrough win tonight. We're back to no limit. Lindgren mucks 7-deuce.
My buddy Frank Greentree tells me in Florida they call the 7-deuce the perfect season for the 72 Dolphins.
Bonomo from the small blind loves to put pressure on his opponent. He'll put in 80,000, and that's enough to put Roble all in. Roble looks at an ace and a deuce.
Well, he's going.
And he will comply. So Andrew Roble, who's been really stuck in reverse at this final table, all in with ace-deuce, but he leads Bonomo's queen-5. On the right, Justin's mom, Cindy Capitanis.
We haven't seen Andrew Roble's best poker tonight, but this kid can play. He's already playing high-stakes cash games here in Las Vegas. On his second hand ever at Bobby's Room, he won an $80,000 pot from Sam Farha.
Now, perhaps on the biggest stage of his life, still seeking a bracelet.
As we've mentioned before, these two have played online a lot against each other.
The flop, queen, 8-9. Bonomo hits a queen for the lead.
Bonomo takes control, and Roble seems to be facing his fate quite stoically.
So now Roble needs to come from behind. Eric Lindgren, an interested bystander, hoping to go heads up for the bracelet. Roble's best hope, hitting that ace. Turn card is a 10, and Roble gets a little help.
Yeah, now a straight draw out there. So with a jack, they would both have a queen high straight on the board and split the pot. With an ace, Roble takes it all. Otherwise, Roble is eliminated.
The river card is a 6 of hearts, and Bonomo will take the hand.
What a terrible suck out.
Of course, Roble's saying that in jest. He is eliminated in third place, wins over $144,000.
Great showing for the 21-year-old. Now he can have his personal assistant run the winnings over to the banker, or maybe just keeps it under the mattress.
Justin supporters with plenty to cheer about. Their boys going heads up.
Wow, man. Well done, Justin. That's the way it's supposed to be. Good luck, my man.
This is certainly the way Eric Lindgren drew it up. He's heads up again, looking to finally break through and win his first World Series bracelet, but he's going to have to get by the tough chip leader.